Hey, what's up guys? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this really cool no setup card trick that has a very powerful ending. Overall, this is an amazing trick, so I highly recommend you stick around to learn this one. But really quickly, before we get into this performance, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick performance and tutorial videos like this. If you do enjoy this card trick, make sure you leave the video a thumbs up. And now let's get straight into this performance. Okay, so I would start this one off by having my spectator shuffle up the deck as much as they want to. So once they're done shuffling, I would ask them what four of a kind they want to use for this trick. My spectator can choose any value from ace to king. So let's say they want to use the 4 jacks for this trick. So we're going to go through the deck and just take out the 4 jacks. I could even have my spectator do this part if they wanted to. So we have 2. Just need 2 more, 1 right there, and the last one right here. So, like I mentioned, guys, this was a free selection. My spectator could have chosen any 4 of a kind they wanted to use for this trick. So we have the Jack of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, the Jack of Diamonds, and the Jack of Spades right there. So we're going to go ahead and just take the 4 jacks, and we're going to place them off to the side right here. We will get to them a little bit later, but for now, I'm going to have my spectator choose a card. So I would just have my spectator call stop anywhere they want to as I riffled on the side of the pack. So let's say my spectator calls stop right here. This is a completely free spot where they called stop. Now we're going to go ahead and just turn over the card where my spectator called stop. In this case, we have the 3 of hearts. So we're going to go ahead and bring my spectator's card to the bottom of the deck here. And we're going to take their card, the 3 of hearts, and we're just going to place it on top of our 4 jacks. So at this point, guys, we're just going to keep the deck off to the side right here. We will get to the rest of the pack in just a sec, but now we're going to deal with our 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 cards, the 4 jacks in your selection. But watch this. If I snap my fingers over these cards, you guys will see that 1 card should somehow disappear from this pack. So it seems as if your selection has disappeared from the pack of 5 that we had. Now we only have 4 cards. So we're going to go to the deck right here that has been in your sight the entire time. I'm going to spread out the cards face down. And you guys will see the only face-up card in the deck is somehow your selection right here, the 3 of hearts. So guys, that is the trick. I hope you enjoyed this one. And if you want to learn how to do it, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. Now let's get straight into the tutorial for this card trick. So this one's not too difficult to perform. You just need to memorize these steps and practice it a little bit before you go out and perform it to your spectators. Once you do that, you'll be good to go. And for this trick, make sure you do have a full deck of cards. Make sure you're not missing any cards from the deck. And it is a completely no setup card trick. So you can start off by having your spectator shuffle up the deck as much as they want to. So once they're done shuffling, you're going to have them name any 4 of a kind they want to. Just say they can choose any value from ace to king. So let's say the spectator wants to use the 4 aces for this trick. So once they have said the 4 of a kind they want to, you're going to turn over the deck and just take out the 4 that your spectator said. So we're going to go ahead and take out the 4 aces. You can also have your spectator do this part if you want to. It's up to you guys. It does not matter. Either way, you're going to have the 4 of a kind removed from the deck. So we have our 4 aces. You're going to go ahead and pick them up in any order you want to. And you're going to place the 4 cards on the bottom of the deck just like this face up. And make sure you get a pinky break below the 4 of a kind just like that on the bottom of the deck. And you're going to transfer this pinky break to a thumb break in your other hand. So I'm holding the cards here in my right hand. I'm just going to transfer it over in my left hand. And you're going to just maintain a break there now with your thumb. So from here, you guys are going to do this move where you're essentially stealing one of these cards back on top of the deck. And I'm going to break down the move right now. It's not too difficult to do. So you're going to go ahead and just count off the cards. You're going to introduce the 4 cards to your spectator. You can just say something along the lines of that. You're going to go ahead and count. You have the ace of hearts. You're going to say this. We have the ace of hearts, the ace of diamonds. And now the 3rd card, guys. When you slide it off, you're going to get a pinky break below the card. So you have the ace of clubs. Maintain a little break just like that. Try to make it as subtle as possible. Now here is the move. So as you're coming over to slide off the 4th and final card, you're going to basically be bringing this card on top of the deck using your middle and ring finger. So this is the exposed view. As you're coming over to slide off the 4th card, you're going to be using your middle and ring of your hand that's holding the deck. You just basically take that card at the same time as you're sliding off that last card, just like that. So try to make it as square as possible. It's kind of hard to do in slow motion there, but if you guys just do that move quickly and fluently, your spectator's not going to pick up on it. And here's what you have. You have basically just stolen one of the 4 of a kind here on top of the deck, and your spectator thinks you have 4 cards here, but in reality you have 3. So one more time here, guys. It's really easy to do. You're just going to have your thumb break here. Go ahead and practice the move a couple times if you need to. You have the ace of clubs, the ace of spades, ace of diamonds. Get your little break there on the 3rd card. Then you have the last card, the ace of hearts, just like that. And from here, we have our card stolen there on top. You can just place the deck down. Make sure you do not flash the card on top. And you're going to go ahead and place the 4 cards off to the side. Your spectator thinks you have 4, but in reality you have 3. Make sure you keep them as square as possible. Just place them face down off to the side. And from here, you're ready to move on with the trick. So you have one of the 4 on top there. Go ahead and do a riffle shuffle or any cuts or whatever. Just keep the card on top of the deck like that. You do need to maintain that 4th card right there. That's part of the set on top. So at this point, you're going to be forcing essentially this card on your spectator, but their selection is not going to be this card. You guys will see what I mean by that right now. So you are going to want to do the slip force here. I'll go ahead and leave a link on the screen right now to me giving a tutorial on the slip force if you do not know what it is already, but it's not too difficult to do. You're applying pressure here with your middle ring and pinky on top, your spectator, and you have your index finger coiled kind of here on the back. Your spectator is going to call stop anywhere as you're riffling on the side, and you're going to lift up from where they call stop, but as you're doing that, you're sliding off that top card just like that. If you do it quickly, your spectator's really not going to notice what you're doing, so they call stop. You do your slip force, you're going to bring this bottom portion right to the top, just like that, and now you are going to do a double lift because you do not want their selection to be that, in this case, the ace of diamonds, one of the cards that's part of your 4 packet there, your 4 of a kind. You are going to want to do a double lift, so you're going to go ahead and just lift over 2 cards as one, just like this, and you're going to tell your spectator, okay, your selection is going to go ahead and be the 6 of hearts. You're going to pick up the 2 cards like this, kind of pick them up with your thumb, keep them as square as possible, guys, do not flash. You're going to turn over the deck with one hand like that, and bring these 2 cards to the bottom. You're just going to say, okay, we have your selection here, and you're going to now turn over the 2 cards. So you're going to turn them face down, and from here, you're going to want to do a wrist kill. So as you're going to say, okay, we're going to take your selection, these 6 of hearts, and we're going to place it on top of the 4 aces. As you're saying that, you're going to lift up the top card, which is the ace, and at the same time, you're going to be turning your wrist, because if you just do it like this, you take off the card like that, your spectator is obviously going to see this card face down. You do not want that, so it's really easy. Do your wrist kill, place their selection on top of the 4 aces, but in reality, what you have here is now all the 4 aces back, and their selection is right here on the bottom, face up. Now, all you need to do is you're just kind of tell your spectator, okay, we have your selection on top of the 4 aces. As you're saying that, you're going to cut the deck in half like that, because now their card is going to be the only card that's face up. So you're basically ready to do the reveal, but you need to do one more move here to make it really convincing. You don't have to do it, but I'm going to explain what it is right now. So you're going to pick up the 5 cards. In reality, you have 4. You're going to say, okay, we have our 1. Now, this is kind of an Elms account move. It's sort of a variation of it, basically, but you're going to go, we have 1, and you're going to, as you're sliding off the second card, you're going to bring this one back. It's going to be really quick. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you do it quickly, your spectator is going to think you have 5 cards. In reality, you have 4. You do not have to do that move, but I like to do it. It just makes it convincing to them that you have 5 cards here while you really have 4. So one more time, it's going to look kind of in normal speed like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That wasn't that good. I'm going to do it one more time here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do it quickly like that. Your spectator's going to think you have 5 cards. You can snap your fingers, do whatever you want to, and show them. One card has disappeared, and that card that disappeared is their selection. Now you're going to go to the deck, make the point that it was in their sight the entire time. You can even have them spread it out, face down, and the only card that will be face up in the middle somehow was their selection. They will be blown away. They thought their card was here, but it somehow transported into the middle of the deck as the only face-up card. So guys, that is your trick. Hope you enjoyed this one. Just go ahead and rewatch any parts of the tutorial you need to. Once you memorize the steps, practice some of the moves, you'll be good to go. This one's going to get some really amazing reactions. I definitely recommend you guys give this one a try. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you all in my next one. Peace out.